Let's practice Uttanasana, standing forward fold. So we'll begin in Tadasana, mountain pose, with your feet hip wide apart if you have any low back pain or tenderness, or you can bring the big toes to touch and the outer edges of the feet parallel on your mat if you have a happy, healthy spine here. Lift and spread the toes. Lift the kneecaps and draw the inner thighs back. Keeping the inner thighs back, draw the tailbone toward the earth. Draw the tops of the thighs back and the front ribs back. Shoulders down, away from ears. From here, inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, bring the hands to the hips as you hinge forward from the hips, keeping a neutral spine. As soon as you feel your spine round, that is your cue to begin to bend the knees. So some of us may be able to keep a neutral spine until we get to 90 degrees. But if you find that your back starts to round, that puts your spine in a dangerous position. So bend your knees and then allow the body to come forward to Uttanasana, so that your torso is resting on your thighs. And you may need to bend your knees quite a lot for that to happen, and that's okay. From here you can have your block, and place your hands onto the block. And you can work in the pose here. So inhale, exhale, let your crown rest toward the floor. Relax your head and neck. Inhale. Exhale, maybe begin to straighten the knees, drawing the inner thighs back, lifting up the kneecaps to engage the legs, drawing the tailbone up toward the sky. And if that feels very intense for you, back off just a little bit until you feel sensation but not pain. Perhaps the hands can come to the floor. Perhaps the legs can straighten fully. Or perhaps that will happen for you with much practice. To come out of the pose, bend your knees so that the thighs are resting on the floor. Bring your hands to the hips. Extend through the front body. Inhale. Draw the belly button to the spine to support your back as you come up to standing. Hands to your sides for Tadasana. So eventually, as we practice with this pose, you can inhale the arms overhead, exhale, arms out to the sides, swan diving forward until your back begins to round, and then bend the knees so that the hands can come to the floor and you can protect your spine. Reverse to come up, engaging the core to support the spine. So that was Uttanasana, standing forward fold. It's very important to be honest with your body and note if there is curvature in your spine so that you can really engage the core to support the back and prevent herniated discs or any back strain or injury in this pose. Remember to bend your knees when you need to. Namaste.